Welcome to CCH Guitar Studio. I'm your host, Chad, and today we're going to go through separating drum tracks here. We're going to use the SI drum kit from Cakewalk. Now, the only thing about this thing is we can't separate all the drums. We don't have a mixer to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and separate everything. So you're going to have your snare, your toms, your kick, your two cymbals, and then your hi-hat. It's all going to be separated. So I'm going to show you how to do this. So what we want to do first is turn down the compression, turn down the reverb, and then turn this down to about 50%. And then we want to turn down all the tracks. So we'll get rid of all that. Now we're going to start with a kick drum. We'll keep that one all the way up now. We're going to keep it in the center. And what we're going to do is close this out, open this up. Now we're going to freeze the track. What that does, it turns it into an audio. So it goes from MIDI to audio. So now if we click on the track itself or the clip, then we can go to tracks, bounce the track. Now what we want to do is we want to make sure that this is going to be a mono track. So we want the source to be tracks. You go to channel format and we want to pick mono, and then leave the dithering alone. We don't need any of that, and uncheck the fast bounce because we don't want that. What will happen is if you have the fast bounce going, it'll kind of go through the whole thing really quickly, but you might get little pops or little interruptions in the audio. So we don't want that. So we want to just go ahead, uncheck that, and it'll go in real time then. So we got everything set, and why don't we just hit OK, and we'll let it play through. Okay, now that that's played through, we're going to undo the freeze, and then what we got is we have a kick drum by itself. All right, now what we can do is we can go back into SI. We'll turn this track down. Now we'll do the snare. We'll do the same thing. Yeah, click on freeze. Click on the clip. Go to tracks, bounce track. Gonna make sure that they're set to mono, and we're good to go. And let that one play through too. Okay, so now we have a kick drum. Let's label that. And we have our snare. All right, we'll unfreeze this again. We'll go back up here. Now we'll do the same thing for the hi-hat. And let's go through that. All right, now let's go through and we're gonna do the toms now. And the toms and the cymbals are gonna be done the same way. So let's turn this down. We'll turn the toms all the way up. Now, if you wanted to, you can do these all separate too. Just keep it in a mono track. But what we're going to do with the toms now is we want to pan this one off to the left. We'll keep this one in the center. And then we want to go to the right. Now, when we go to freeze our track and go to bounce, select our clip, bounce track. Now we want to take this channel format and we want to make it stereo. Now you're going to do this for the toms, and you're going to also do this for the cymbals that we're going to be doing. So just make sure that you switch those to stereo. Let's click on go. Now we have separate tracks for the kick, snare, hi-hat, toms, and the cymbals now. So let's listen to all that. All right, now you can play around and you have separate tracks. Now the toms here seemed a little bit, one seemed a little bit more volume to the thing, or had a little bit more velocity to it than the other ones. And you can play around with it. You know, you can turn it down a little bit, turn it up, whatever you need to do. Or like I said, you can basically put these all onto their separate tracks too, so it's not that big of a deal. But this is the only way I know how we could do this, or that I can do that. I don't usually use this one. I use DrumTracks, but this is a free drum kit and it works just great. So that's all I got for you. If you like what you've seen, give me a thumbs up. Please hit the subscribe button, and I'll talk to you later.